Hey guys, this is Tough Horse Reacts, and I am back to react to Death Battle Hulk vs. Godzilla. Oh boy, we have been waiting way too long for this, and by way too long I mean an extra week because they need some polishing up on the animation, because they said that we're doing something we've never really done before. So, who knows what that's going to be, considering just the kind of scale and insanity that both of these characters can apparently get into. But yeah, who do I think is gonna win? I honestly don't know. I don't really have a stake in this matchup. This is like part of me wants Godzilla to win simply because Hulk going 0-3 on Death Battle is the funniest thing in the world to me. I was actually kind of a big fan of this matchup, not the biggest fan, but like I think the size difference alone kind of that solved it for me. Simply because watching Hulk, like looking up at this towering behemoth and going, Hulk smash lizard. Yeah, but yeah, who do I think is gonna win? Unfortunately, I know less about both of these characters than I normally would going into this, because normally G1 blog makes a prediction for upcoming Death Battle episodes, and apparently this debate got so toxic that they decided that they didn't want to touch it. But why would that be? Isn't Godzilla just Godzilla, and Hulk, once you get into comics, he's like a multiversal, smasher or something like that? Well, apparently, since this is composite Godzilla, we're including this little, I don't know if it was a light novel or not, but apparently it's this version of him called Ultima Godzilla. Apparently, from what I can gather, it makes him, a multiversal singularity, where, in a similar vein to Unicron, where yes, every version of him, exists in their own universe, but he's, the true form of Godzilla, the one that can never, truly lose and stuff like that. I don't know, it's way too complicated. Nobody's given concrete information about this thing. And literally every time, Reddit brought it up, it sounds as if they're just making shit up and just to be the perfect counter for Hulk, which I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Like I said, I know nothing. Apparently this Ultima form or whatever, gives Godzilla the ultimate advantage against Hulk. I'm not too sure on that. Like I said, Marvel scaling go burr. But if there's one thing this Kickstarter campaign of Death Battle has been proving, it's that, yeah, DC and Marvel, just because they're part of this, they're heralds in their own right, doesn't make them invincible anymore. Because, up until, Kyle versus Simone, DC heralds went untouched. And really, up until, Harley Quinn versus Jinx, DC characters pretty much went untouched against anything but Marvel characters. I think the same thing for the Heralds, but still, we went a long time with DC on a winning streak against non-Marvel characters, and it's a weird thing, but maybe Hulk will finally break the streak and give DC and Marvel an actual win this time. But because because literally every time DC and Marvel have shown up, they've lost. First Ghost Rider, then Kyle, then Miles, and now who knows what we're gonna get with Hulk. But yeah, this is our third Marvel fight. That's really weird to think about, because yeah, usually it's, usually they're whatever, you guys get what I mean, hopefully. But yeah, I think sure, I am rooting for Godzilla to win simply because I think Hulk going 0-3 is the funniest thing in the world. But if I had to place my bets on who'd win, it would probably be Hulk. There's so much mysteriousness surrounding Godzilla's true form or whatever that I'm just not too familiar with. We'll see how the analysis goes, but as for right now, I'm rooting Godzilla, but betting Hulk. So, yeah, anyway, been prattling on way too long. Let's just jump right in. And we'll start things up in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, of course, stepping on Hulk, but Hulk's no doubt gonna hold it up. So.
Marvel's Green Goliath against the King of the Monsters.
This animation's gonna go nuts.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh man, I forgot to time it. Dang it. Okay, whatever. But yeah, this little thing here with like the with the quote before we get into the character. That's really
Is
cool.
he a monster? Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the Gamma Bomb.
I'm very sad that there's no longer the subtitle up there. Not a dick.
Dr.
Like-
Robert Bruce Banner.
But just
yeah.
before it went off, Bruce had to be a hero and save
But yeah,
some
this
dumb
episode's got a lot
schmuck
to
who
live
was
up to
hanging
because
around the
Godzilla
test
vs.
site.
Gamera was already a
Damn it,
really good
Rich.
episode.
That day,
But there's
Bruce
also Hulk
Banner
vs. Doomsday,
died.
which is
And
a
became
really
the
good episode.
Incredible
And then Hulk vs.
Hulk, a
Broly, which
pissed-off
not
giant
as
who must
good,
be
but I
really
still
glad
view it as a
Bruce
really
wears
good
the purple
episode.
stretch
So
fit.
Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares.
Don't make him angry. You won't like him when
he's angry. Yeah, there we
It's
go.
even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities.
Yeah, we're
Joe
just
fixed it. The
jumping straight
original
into
Grey
there's
Hulk,
multiple
he's a
Hulks
cunning
and they're
gangster,
but,
the
and
only
they're
Hulk who's got
simultaneously
that
Bruce
grip.
Banner,
The
but whatever.
Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective
Like, sure, there are
personality
other
that
Hulks,
Banner
like Red Hulk
unintentionally
and I believe Blue
manifested
Hulk
as
or
a
whatever,
result
but
of his
like,
father's
but
abuse.
yeah, we're
Holy
already
shit,
getting to this.
Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk everyone knows, the big guy, is known
Like
as
puppies.
Savage
He does,
Hulk.
yes.
It seems he also developed
I mean,
from
he also
parental
likes
abuse, hence
Spider-Man,
his
so like,
childlike personality. Though I'd
Spider-Man
argue
is
he's more
Hulk's
clever
friend.
than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner.
Right, yeah.
See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding. The alter best representing this would be the
Professor Hulk. Yeah, there we
a
go.
balanced blend of Banner's brain
Yeah, there we
and
go. The one that showed up in
Hulk's brawn.
Endgame.
The
So like,
toughest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to
Yeah, there
restrain
we
the
go.
Hulk,
If-
what do you
if-
get?
The Green
yeah, we get the Green Scar, like
The
World Breaker
Breaker.
Hulk.
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and
Yeah,
fury surges,
the Planet Hulk
mixing
movie went
Savage's rising
unnecessarily
strength with the
hard. Like,
personality and cunning
usually
of
it's
a
the DC
warlord.
animated
The Green
movies
Star
like
is
really
no
go
mere
hard, but like
superhero.
this is like the
He's
one
a
Marvel
king
animated
and a
movie that's
conqueror.
really
Hulk
good.
is strong enough to lift 100
Like, I think there might be like one or two
tons of
other ones,
rock,
but
jump
usually
from New
it's
Mexico to
DC
Florida
getting
in
them.
a single bound and shake all the dimensions
Yeah, look at
connected
this.
by the crossroads at once. He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say World Breaker, we mean it.
Yeah.
While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point, he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself.
Wow.
Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and
Huh.
the Hulk just
Just
broke
broke
it by himself.
Yikes.
Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the
I mean,
Avengers
if I
first
recall correctly,
assembled,
Thor-
'cause none of them could take
Yeah,
down
Thor
Hulk
was
on their
actually
own.
like
Speaking
the
of
only
Thor, the
is like
Hulk
has actually
consistently
won more
battles on
fights against
par with
Hulk than
him,
not.
even when he
Like,
held
that's
the
which is
Odin
weird.
Force,
Like-
with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials. Even without it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
Hulk tore a universe apart with just a clap. Good luck with that, Hammer Man. But the green guy's got way more going on than just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from Gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and
Yeah,
other
there we go.
radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like
The
regenerating
radiation,
from
so he
fatal
could probably
wounds,
absorb whatever
even getting
radiation
ripped
Godzilla
apart by
like naturally
Wolverine barely
emits.
slows
So
him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
yeah, there we go.
It's weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers
Wow,
from his
okay,
eyes and
interesting.
read people's minds?
Wha-
also,
alright.
He can see ghosts.
Of course
and
he
give
can.
him a good old-fashioned
Yeah, he
Hulk
also, like-
smash.
Hulk can break through the
Yeah,
boundaries of comic
he
book
went up
borders
against
themselves
Doctor
into the
Strange
empty
and came
void
out on
between
top, but then again, there were
panels,
some
a gutter
tertiary
space
factors,
beyond
but still.
time and concept.
What, like
What?
how She-Hulk can, for some reason, break the fourth wall and talk to the reader?
Hmm.
Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly.
Okay.
In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics,
Right, yeah,
gamma
it's hell
comes
energy.
from hell.
Yeah.
Earth 616, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
Except for Bruce.
Yeah, because
Right.
yeah, he's like
Dr. Banner is a
of course, because of
certified
being the
genius
Hulk,
with
he's the
7
number one
PhDs.
expert on gamma
According to
radiation.
Norman Osborn, he's
Oh,
the
wow,
fourth
okay.
smartest person on the planet.
And that's compared
Fourth
to
smartest,
big
like-
brains like Reed,
yeah,
Doom,
compared
and
to-
Tony.
compared to
Banner
these
built the
guys,
Arc
yeah,
Collider
that's a
Synchrotron,
feat.
a machine that can scan the entire multiverse with the speed of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a
I'm glad they're going into what
without
Bruce can
any
do. They usually just go into what Hulk
He
can
wired
do,
up
but
Hulk like
like,
a starship,
yeah, Bruce isn't
piloting him
as
from
much
the
a part of the
mindscape
Hulk
within.
as
He
you know,
even
the
built
other
ultimate
Hulks.
nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his Gamma Bomb was to be non-lethal, only targeting inorganic material.
But Thunderbolt Ross
Right,
wanted
yeah,
something
but
with a bit more
unfortunately,
boom.
yeah, because
Can't blame
yeah,
him.
Fearing
military
its
being
ramifications,
military.
Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his
And the
own,
government will
keeping its
always
design
government.
secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came
Right,
back
yeah.
as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but whenever
Yikes.
Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes
And
back to
just
where he
goes-
was before.
yeah, there we go.
Easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back, ready to rumble.
Yeah, there we
the
go.
green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times.
All right, then.
Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below.
Yeah,
all,
there we go.
The
Just
dark side of the
one above all. Literally
That's
the god
right.
of everything.
God has a Hulk,
And then
it wants
and
Bruce
the
to
one
bring
below
about
all
the
is
end
basically the
all
devil
things.
of everything.
What Hulk just
Like-
said, nah.
So, what
I don't think
is
that's
the
correct,
Hulk?
but still.
An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk.
Hulk is
And
Hulk.
Hulk's
There we
the
go.
Strongest one there is.
Yeah, Hulk smash and all that stuff. But yeah, okay, time to get into Godzilla and see what I apparently missed out on. Oh yeah, I did see Godzilla -1 like
The
very
year
recently.
was
That was a really good
1946.
movie. I did not
The
expect
press
that.
gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many leagues beneath their feet, something ancient stirred.
Right? Yeah.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters. He was pretty pissed off over the worst wake-up ever, so he swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Yeah.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this mutilated radioactive monster towering high like a mushroom cloud wasn't just frightening, it seemed prophetic.
Right,
The bomb
yeah.
was just the beginning.
Yeah.
Man had sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes. And the most
Yeah.
epic roar ever.
Oh yeah, that's an iconic roar for a reason. It's awesome.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different
Yikes, look at that.
Godzillas stomping around. Not including Manila, the Scrappy Doo of Kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy Doo.
Despite the
Yikes,
variety,
okay, wow.
Godzilla
If
is
you have to
somewhat
defend
consistent,
Scrappy Doo
so
like
we'll
that,
examine
yikes.
his entire history.
Then again, I never had a
Focusing
problem
on
with
the
Scrappy.
larger
I was
releases.
fine with
In
him.
most iterations,
Then again, I was a
Godzilla
kid.
is
I
a
was the
rare
exact target
theropod that
demographic
went
for
dormant
Scrappy.
For millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a
Santa
gargantuan
Claus,
radioactive
okay.
monster.
Standing 165 feet tall.
Yeah, look at that.
Minimum,
At
Goji
minimum,
smashes
yeah.
through skyscrapers with ease.
Like, his
He's
size
so
varies
casual
depending
about
on
bullets
movie.
and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath.
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive heat. With an estimated range of 1,100 miles, it can exceed 500,000 degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed.
Okay,
or,
yeah, Godzilla can just absorb
life
radiation
energy from
too.
a
Good.
giant
All right.
pterodactyl, he can do way more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat and power, and spins.
Or he
Yeah,
can
of course.
blast it out of his back and fly. Well, he could always do
Yeah,
that, I
because
guess. Look at him go.
look at
With
this.
enough
This is
energy
this is
built up,
amazing. I
Godzilla
love
can
it.
blast a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
His breathing laser can even break through dimensions, like when he found himself face to face with a giant
Of
mech
course.
piloted by
Hatsune Miku, is that
There's
you? Have you
also a
finally
number
come
of
to
era
put me out of my
powers.
mystery?
Shin
Okay,
Godzilla
I'm
can
sorry.
fire rays
I had
from his
had
tail.
to.
and Hanna-Barbera
Yeah,
Godzilla
Shin
can fire
Godzilla.
rays
Apparently,
from
that's
his
that's
eyes.
freaky.
Pew, pew.
That's freaky
Effectively
Godzilla.
a
Apparently.
living nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural
Yeah, look at
phased
that.
array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew
Yeah,
over
there we go,
1,000
the
feet
anime.
tall
I did
across
see the first two
2,000
movies of this
years,
one.
could
I didn't
make
see
a
the third
barrier
one.
only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball
And hey,
with the best
that's
of
what
them.
Hulk can do
After
too.
Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes,
okay.
Godzilla got busy.
You know, it's
Godzilla
kind of hard
will
to emphasize
never
just
be
how
balling.
impressively
Objection!
terrifying
Godzilla,
can
get
be when
balling!
you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at this.
Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons.
I mean, this is
Or when
nice
he
and all, but,
no-sold
like-
not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including
Okay.
the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then
Okay.
he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions
Because of course
God
he
and
did.
Satan, and atomic breath that Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's
Of course.
scary enough for you? God, I want a Dr. Pepper.
With such awesome might, he's battled the most dangerous of foes, like King Ghidorah and Gigan. In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer.
Ah,
Developed in
okay.
secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design
Oh, okay.
to his
To
early
his grave.
grave.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla. He never really dies.
Right,
You can
yeah.
blow off his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
He'll come
or
back.
evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many
But-
iterations clearly showcase
Yeah, this is something
instantaneous evolution.
incredibly
In
different.
super forms. He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the Oxygen Destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones
Of
summoned
course.
another Godzilla, and he
Yeah.
rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Okay, why Japan? Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He's
Yeah,
stomped around
okay.
the Americas a few times,
yeah.
but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked
Yeah,
with
I
Japan.
mean, the 1998
a symbol
Godzilla
of both
movie was
their
actually the first
devastation
Godzilla
and
I ever
resilience.
saw.
A
I actually
reminder of the
really
threat
liked
of
it when I
nuclear
first saw
war
it.
and what
I
awaits
understand
those
it's got
who
its
peer
flaws,
too deeply into the
but yeah.
unknown.
Okay.
But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him,
Fair
a
enough.
stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
Yeah,
He's
there we
not
go.
always so bad though. He can be super protective, defending other monsters, his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's 2 types of Godzillas.
Yeah,
the
there we go.
monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a
Yeah.
third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question.
Oh, okay.
How does Godzilla walk?
Oh, okay.
On 2 legs, Wiz, obviously.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should
Right,
be
yeah.
crushed under his own weight.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, here we
again.
go.
A
Okay.
creature like Godzilla cannot realistically exist.
Yeah.
This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point.
Okay.
If Godzilla can't exist in our reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly. What if
Oh,
all
okay.
kaiju come from a higher plane of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics?
All
this
right.
dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This
Okay,
archetype
all
can
right.
enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and all of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace
all
back to
trace
one
back to
singular point.
one Godzilla.
Ultima.
Here we
Sporting
go.
the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as
Wow.
archetype distorts the universe.
Okay.
Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for humanity, a challenge laid out by
Okay.
an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
Oh,
It's kind of
okay.
like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get why that happened.
All right.
But to someone who exists in only a 2D plane,
Huh.
the shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something
Okay,
totally
so
different.
yeah, we're just
Crazy
going
to
with
think
this
about.
Godzilla,
We're really long
this
way from
theoretical
Big Lizard
Godzilla
Smash
exists on a
Building, huh?
higher
This
dimensional of
shadow,
reality.
This wannabe god desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Through Ultima, this entity sees
Okay.
the universe as an interactable fiction and
Huh.
can control causality. Ultima himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Okay.
Think of it this way. If something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect, and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And now my head hurts.
Yeah,
TLDR, Ultima tried to bring about a catastrophe that would end the universe in like a week's time. So, a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey, the orthogonal analyzer, to zap all of Archetype into its final form.
Whoa, what happened? Okay, sorry, I have no idea what happened on my end. It just, like, the video just cut out for me. I'm sorry. I download these, so I'm like this has not happened since I've had to, since I actually watched them from YouTube directly, aka I had to deal with ads. But whatever. Okay, let's just get back to it in 3, 2, 1, play.
Cutting up the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it, because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that
Okay.
makes him the king.
Alright, yeah, okay, so... Okay, sorry, I was throwing off my game a bit there. So, who do I think is gonna win? I still think Hulk has a chance here, simply because of his ability, yeah, but still, like, Ultima is a very weird conceptual thing, so, like... If Hulk's able to like break into that area, but like who knows what we're gonna be getting into, because we're
just tell him about all the cool
yeah. Oh yeah, I ordered like the desk mat the other day, but simply because yeah, absolute cinema, but like it was supposed to arrive yesterday, but it just hasn't. Okay, whatever. But whatever. All right,
you heard him. Don't make a liar out of Boomstick. Go to deathbattle.gg.
Then again, you guys wouldn't be able to see it anyway. I would be using it. So
all right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle. Okay, all right. Let's see how hard they cooked here, because they needed an extra week to give us this.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Yeah, there's Hulk. Okay, yeah, just smashed it with the sail. Okay, here we go. Yeah, lifting it up. He's like, oh, you're a bit stronger than usual. Both hands. Okay, yeah. Like, cool, throwing cars at it. Because that's gonna work. But still. My own personal verdict remains the same. I'm rooting for Godzilla, but I'm betting Hulk. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, Hulk. Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
Oh, okay. They're actually including Bruce. Ah, okay. Oh, all while his head is like literally like that. Ooh. Like, look at this. That's an epic shot. Like, straight from -1. I love it. Just absorbed it. Ooh. Oh, just blew its head off. Okay. Yeah, it's not. Like, once Hulk starts taking this seriously, a regular Godzilla is not standing a chance. Oh, okay. Oh, that was cool. All right. Thunderclapped his way to like propel himself towards Godzilla. A red power. Oh, this is just cool. Look at this. Oh, this is so cool. Okay.
Stupid lizard.
Yeah, but okay, here comes Ultima, so Wow, just full on disintegrated, but yeah, green. Yeah, there we go. Breaks through the door. Here we go. Like, look at this.
I think I understand.
Whoa, okay. Alright. Yeah, that's just straight up Ultima. Alright. Interesting.
It's been days since the battle began.
Days? This has been going on for days.
But we believe we are.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
How does it work? Well, smash.
Smash. Okay, alright.
1,000,000,000 trillion to 1 and rising. That's the odds. Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster.
Alright.
2 + 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma. 1,000 times.
Wow, okay.
1,000,000.
Huh.
1,000,000,000,000.
Alright.
I just need 1.
Just needs 1. Come on. Okay, we'll see how oh, here we go. This Eldritch abomination thing. Huh, punched a hole. Oh! Interesting. Did it actually do it, though? That's the thing.
You did it, big guy. We did it.
And he won! Okay!
Run this by me. What happened?
Right, yeah.
Complicated, so
Yeah,
let's break this down into 3
power.
categories.
All right, power.
First up,
Okay.
power.
Okay,
Most
let's go
versions
over
of
this.
Godzilla
Okay.
can shrug off black
That was
holes and
actually pretty
extinction
hyped,
level
that whole
events,
one. I kinda
tag
love it.
beyond light speed foes like Gigan, blow up planets. However, the Hulk is beyond that.
Right,
The
yeah,
big guy
okay.
clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads in a straight fight with a
Right.
classic Godzilla.
With a classic Godzilla- yeah,
616
Godzilla
Hulk
stands no
smashes
chance.
the power
Yeah.
advantage.
But factoring in Ultima
But
changes
Ultima,
things.
yeah.
The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament,
Ah,
which
okay,
could
here we go.
overwhelm eternity.
An
Yeah.
abstract concept of a being
Abstract
not entirely
concept.
unlike
Yeah,
Ultima's
there we
entity.
go.
Even a small
Okay,
piece of the
interesting.
first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial
Right, yeah,
level
okay.
of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear
Neither held
advantage
it.
in power
Okay,
and
so they
stats.
tie.
Especially
Fair enough.
when you look
Okay.
at their
Now for
immortality.
immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop.
Hmm.
Even with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but then
But-
just come right back.
but-
The Great
Yeah,
Door
it would-
instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both
Okay.
Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what
Wow,
was happening
okay.
in those other dimensions. So
All
let's
right.
examine
So-
the layers of
okay,
their
let's
multiverses.
do this. All
Marvel's
right.
Cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the
Okay.
superflow, and so on
Yeah,
until
fair
you reach
enough.
the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
All
Since
right.
the one below all mirrors the one above
There we
all,
go.
the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In
Yeah, fair
comparison,
enough.
the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite.
Okay.
But does not have the
But
same
does not
sort of
have the same
transcending
okay,
layers
all
above
right.
and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is
it's
out of the
out of
entity's
reach.
So
Okay,
the real
I was
question
wondering
is, if
that.
they
Why
both
couldn't he
can't
just
die
manipulate the
and
green
Ultima's
door?
entity
It
can't
couldn't.
affect the below place. Could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed
Right,
the
okay.
universe?
It all comes down to Gamma,
Gamma
and
versus-
Archetype.
okay, all right.
Ultima
What-
was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal super-dimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer,
Okay.
turning Archetype against itself.
Ultima endlessly directly spews this stuff, so there's plenty to work with.
Okay,
and
fair
Hulk
enough.
can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point.
All
But
right.
that's not enough.
Fortunately
Fair
for
enough.
Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who,
Yeah,
like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past,
There we go.
is an expert on
Expert
particles
on-
from
on
a
this
greater
kind of
dimension
stuff.
that mutate
All right.
reality beyond our
There we
understanding.
go.
Who made a
Okay,
device
Bruce
with
Banner
those particles
was
that break
was
space-time, like the diagonalizer?
Bruce
Who
Banner
made a supercomputer
was the
that
win
scanned
con.
the
I
invade
actually
multiverse with the
love
speed
that.
of a
It
hypermind,
was not
like
Hulk
the
really.
dimension
Without
calculator.
Bruce,
Hell, the guy
the
made
Hulk
an
couldn't
interstellar
win.
radio out of sticks
They could
and
only
stones
do
in a
it
matter of
together.
days,
Oh,
and even
oh,
built
I
an
love
ultimate
this.
nullifier.
Okay.
It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even if Ultima's catastrophe destroyed the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe, and he
Okay.
could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
Wow.
There was only one
What
way
on
this
earth?
could
Okay.
end,
But hey,
and
next
only
time is
one
episode
person
200.
who
Let's
could
see what
make
that
it
is.
so.
Okay.
Even among
All right.
gods and monsters.
But yeah,
man
that was
the
really
ultimate
that I
weapon.
love
The
that.
winner
All right.
is Bruce
Okay,
Banner.
but now next time.
Next time on Death Battle.
Okay, we're doing Ruby versus Maka for episode 200. Okay, fair enough. I think this. I mean,
Subscribe
okay,
and
all
join
right,
as a member
fair
to
enough.
see more
Okay.
Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I think Ruby Volume 10 recently got greenlit, but I'm not too knowledgeable on that. I stopped keeping up with Ruby because, God, it's terrible. I hate Ruby now. But yeah, there was a time where I thought the world of that show. But yeah, once Volume 5 entered the equation and it kept going from there, I quickly lost interest, and as far as I'm aware, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay, but whatever. As for Ruby versus Maka, there's let's face it, Maka pretty handily has this, at least from what I know. Should outstat Ruby at the very least. I'm not too knowledgeable, but I think Ruby gets lightning timing, reaction speed, but Maka can keep up with light speed characters. So yeah, and in terms of power, I think Maka can take on city level opponents, while Ruby and Maka even potentially gets to moon level if we count stuff way later on. And if you really, but then again, no, that's specifically Krona stuff. That's when you get to universal, multiversal nonsense. But yeah, I don't think Maka directly scales to that anyway. And Ruby at best, I think it's the City of Lock level. Then again, I am going off of information that I don't really have any kind of experience in. Like I said, I quit Ruby right before as soon as I finished Volume 6, and then Soul Eater, I think I've only seen the first, 15 episodes, I think, and never read the manga, because apparently the anime ended differently than the manga, but whatever. Okay, but yeah, that was an epic episode. I absolutely loved that they made Bruce Banner the win con, and and it's very much just the whole theme of Hulk cannot exist without Bruce, and Bruce cannot in turn exist without Hulk. And now, yeah, they depend on each other for survival, and that was how they beat the Ultima Godzilla. I absolutely love that. But yeah, anyway, I guess next time you see me, I'll be reacting to Ruby Rose versus Maka Auburn. Even though, yeah, I don't really have a stake in this matchup. I'm going to be rooting and betting on Maka just out of spite, really. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the first Ruby episode I've reacted to in a while, because I didn't react to Blake versus Mikasa, and I think that's really because two things. One, of course, I was still in my hate Ruby at all costs stage. I've kind of moved on from that. And two, from major spoilers for Attack on Titan, and I'm glad I didn't. I barely retained what little of that episode I saw. So yeah, and I'm glad, because apparently there were major Attack on Titan spoilers, and if you know my channel, I'm currently going through Attack on Titan. I'm only a bit more than halfway through season 3. I still got a ways to go, guys. But yeah, anyway, I've got nothing else to say, so I'm just gonna end the video here. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.